What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and in one of my videos earlier today, I talked about how concerned I was for the wildlife out in East Palestine, Ohio. I know we're all focused on the humans, on the people who are affected by this train derailment, and rightfully so. And they are experiencing health issues of their own. But I raised the point about, what about the wildlife? How has the wildlife been affected? Because you don't see many people mentioning that. Which is weird because we always hear from animal rights activists. We always hear from these environmental activists. But now that we have a real issue, these people are nowhere, and I mean nowhere, to be found. Now, in that video, I even showed you all what appears to be a poisoned raccoon that was sick from breathing in and taking in all of these chemicals. But at the time of that recording, I had no idea how bad this situation was. Don't get me wrong, I know that it's bad. And I knew it was bad, but every day more details come out. Every day we're uncracking more truths about the situation. And every day it looks worse and worse. You might remember that they just announced, or they just released some info a couple of days ago saying that 3,500 fish died from the chemicals released by this train derailment. 3,500 fish. I saw that number and I got scared because that is a lot of fish, ladies and gentlemen. 3,500 fish dropping dead because of these chemicals. And you want us to believe the water is clean? 3,500 fish. That's scary. Imagine going in your backyard and seeing thousands of fish dead in the streams. But, ladies and gentlemen, after I got done recording that video earlier this morning, officials released a new estimate of how many animals have died from these chemicals. And guess what the numbers are? The original number was 3,500. 3,500. The new number, just 2 days later, the new number, 44,000. Over 44,000 animals have been killed so far, and this is their estimates. This is the info they feel comfortable putting out there. 44,000 animals dead from these chemicals. 44,000. And you have to understand one key factor here. All they're really accounting for is the aquatic life that they're finding in these streams and waterways while they try to clean the water. Because make no mistake about it, it's not like they're out here with teams canvassing all of the wooded area, finding the mammals and the birds and the small little rodents that are dead. No, they don't have teams even looking for that. So this 44,000, that's just the number of living organisms that they have found dead and poisoned by these chemicals within the waterways. Mainly fish and amphibians, frogs. This is crazy. This is insane. And I want to hop right into this article, but first, here's a quick word from this video's sponsor. Are you looking for an alternative to TikTok? I'm not sure how long TikTok is going to be around. Hopefully they ban the app altogether, because all that's happening on TikTok is your kids are being indoctrinated, and you are being spied on. Your data is being stolen and sold. Now, if you want an alternative to TikTok, there's this new app called Swagit. It's much like TikTok, where you could share short little videos of whatever you're interested in, but you don't have to worry about getting spied on. This is a USA made app. And as of right now, the app is only available to people in the USA. Now they're thinking about expanding it to a few other countries. But make no mistake about it, I think this would be a good alternative to TikTok. This app is called Swagit. I'm already on the app. I upload exclusive videos over there. And if you download the app, it's a free way to support my channel. And you're automatically entered into giveaways. And there's tons of earning potential on the app. Just by watching other people's videos, you can earn money. Or you earn something called swag bucks that you could use to buy gift cards at your favorite store and what have you. So I would suggest getting rid of TikTok and downloading Swagit today. But anyway, let's go right into this article. Officials up the estimate of animals killed by Ohio derailment to nearly 44,000. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources has upped its estimate for the number of animals killed by the derailment of trained cars carrying hazardous materials in East Palestine, Ohio, to nearly 44,000. The department estimates around 38,222 minnows were killed by the derailment within a 5-mile span, plus around 5,500 other species, including other small fish, amphibians, crayfish, and microvertebrates. The original estimate was approximately 3,500 dead aquatic species based on the original observations. But, as you can see, it's now up to 44,000. Now, I understand that, estimates change. I understand that as the days go by, you're going to find more dead animals. I understand how it works, But I'll be damned if 3,500 and 44,000, that is a big difference. So what it looks like to me is they tried to put this lowball number out there to begin with. And then after pushing and prodding and people releasing the videos of this stuff from this community, they're kind of being forced to be more transparent. That's what's happening here. People like me, people like the other people you see covering this story, people like the independent journalists who have traveled out to this area, people like you at home right now, watching this video, sharing this story with your loved ones, friends, and coworkers. We all have our foot on their necks right now. And they're kind of being forced to be more transparent than what they want to be. They're kind of being forced into telling us more than what they want to tell us. And if they're telling us 44,000, I would go ahead and up that estimate in my mind. Because when they said 3,500, that was a lie. And I knew them saying 3,500, I was like, man, it's got to be more. And now, in like 2 or 3 days, it's changed over 40,000. It's gone up over 40,000. So how many animals are really dead? And like I said, they're only counting for the aquatic animals, the animals that you find in these waterways. They're not even talking about the land dwellers. So this is a scary, scary estimate. And you know what? I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. I'll talk about it again because we have some breaking news coming in as we speak, and it appears that the people of East Palestine, Ohio, are now filing a class action lawsuit against Norfolk Southern. A Youngstown, Ohio-based law firm has announced a class action lawsuit against the railroad company over the derailment of a train in East Palestine, using a strategy it says echoes the state's 1990s lawsuit against tobacco companies. The firm Johnson & Johnson is partnering with class action law firm Hagens Berman on behalf of all residents within 30 miles of the derailment site. The lawsuit specifically invokes the legal doctrine of public nuisance, the backbone of both the landmark 1990s lawsuits against the tobacco industry and ongoing litigation against opioid manufacturers and fossil fuel companies. Hagens Berman represented the state of Ohio in tobacco litigation, as well as an ongoing opioid suit. In addition to punitive damages, the lawsuit also seeks the creation of a fund for medical monitoring, new testing and cleaning procedures, and injunctive relief in the form of safety and compliance oversight. The EPA has already said it will compel Norfolk Southern to cover all cleanup expenses, as well as the lodging cost for residents who were temporarily evacuated. In an email, Hagens Berman managing partner Steve Berman said the lawsuit aims were distinct from those expenses. All of our lawsuits' proposed benefits monetary damages for all injured businesses and residents and individuals within 30 miles of the derailment, establishment of testing and cleaning protocols, a medical monitoring fund, injunctive relief oversight to Norfolk Southern safety and compliance programs would be above and beyond what the EPA would have for residents, Berman said. Additionally, we will want a say in what an effective cleanup is. So, as you can see, folks, I told you all. The people of East Palestine, they're not having it. They're taking a stand. And it's important that we support them right now. Because not only is it the right thing to do, obviously, and it shouldn't matter to you who these people are. They may be from a different walk of life than you. They may have different thoughts and opinions than you do. Why does that matter? I have nothing against the people of East Palestine, Ohio at all. But even if I did, even if they had done something that I fundamentally disagree with, that wouldn't make a difference in this situation. But to take it even one step further than that, it's important to support these people in this moment, because by doing so, you're helping yourself. You're helping protect yourself from future situations like this one. Now, some may say, hey, that's a selfish way of thinking about this, but I already laid it out for you that I think it's important to stand behind these people just in general, because it's the right thing to do. And when you see neighbors in need, you need to be there for them. I think that's important. But even on a more personal note, if you don't want something like this happening in your town, if you don't want something like this happening in your city, in your backyard, then you need to speak up now before it reaches your backyard. Now is the time, not tomorrow, not the next day. There is no time like the present. And that's why I say, there's a reason why I've made so many videos about this topic. And I haven't been making as much videos about other topics because right now, I think it's important to shine a spotlight. And I mean as many spotlights as possible on this area because we're learning a lot. At the very least, people are waking up to how the government operates. When they're seeing how these people have been basically forgotten about. It's like, the powers that be our government, our own elected officials, have kind of been forced into pretending to care simply because we won't let this news story go away. But like I said, I believe this is a very important story. One of the most important stories that we've ever covered on this channel. I'm going to continue to shine a spotlight on this situation. And hopefully, this situation is never going to go away. These people's lives are never going to be the same. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things and pretend like, everything's going to be okay. As long as we pay attention, things aren't going to be okay. Things aren't going to go away. But, we still have to fight for the best possible outcome for these people and the best possible outcome for the future of our society as a whole. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.